As the education system and workforce evolve to become more technology inclusive, it is important for students to keep up with the modern digital trends while still obtaining a deep understanding of course content. Implementing technology into curriculum provides instructors with an invaluable opportunity to enhance the students' engagement and academic success. Today we spent time at Mengo Senior School engaging with students on their experience with the advancing technology. Overall, students have positive attitudes towards technology integration and feel that it has positive impacts on learner satisfaction, promotes engagement, and facilitates academic success.
First, it was a bit shaky on the introduction of technology into the system, but when it found out the positives outweighed the negatives, and thus it adopted it very fast. So some of these students, more so with the new curriculum, have adopted the use of technology. They use their phones, their laptops. They make research, they watch news, they keep up to date with the ongoing situations in the country, and they help them to get further in their studies than a normal student would have without these facilities.
At least with this technological revolution, we have got to learn so many new things through the internet. Leave alone the internet, we have actually got to learn how to create other kinds of technology. We have got to learn how to code, how to program using computer. Here we can carry out a lot of research as well, since we have a CBC, actually a competence-based curriculum that is actually pushing us a lot.
I personally believe the world right now is rotating around ICT and everything. So basically we need more of the information technology, because it's very, very easy and simpler. Where the teachers are not around, we can have some research. If I'm not getting anything, like we have the Zoom, where the teacher, when I'm home, when I'm sick, I can have the Zoom lessons and everything. I can see the teacher can explain to me and everything. So I think we really need this in school, because basically the new curriculum have adopted so like way further, and I think it's very, very useful.
Students are able to collaborate with peers using digital platforms, explore creativity through technological features, engage in higher-order thinking processes, participate in inquiry-based learning, synthesize information from multiple sources, and establish a sense of online social presence.
These gadgets have helped us to make research and gain different skills, like for example, and also social networking with different institutions and across the globe socially. Like for example, you may be in Uganda and associate with someone in USA, and also gain different skills online. If you would like to go like for further education abroad, you can use those different networks to gain or get access to those different opportunities.
There have been great impact, basically where research comes in. For a student like me in my new curriculum, I need to make research about the different stuff that teachers give us with in different languages. Let me say I do Swahili, I do Spanish. All the work that I'm being given, I need to make research for that. Mobile phones also enable me to connect to the outside world. Let me say I have a friend. The friend isn't in Uganda, perhaps Kenya. I can easily connect to that person due to the presence of the media. These media have been a great advantage to us, and also in ways like, let me say, you want to connect with your parents. My mother is in Dubai.
While implementing technology into the curriculum shifts the learning environment to be more student-centered, instructors play an integral role in guiding understanding, offering assistance, and taking the necessary steps to ensure that students are present and reaching their learning goals.
The school can allocate time for us to use the internet and all that. It can also supervise what we do during that time. The school should also ask feedback as after we have done something during that specific time. The school should get feedback in this way, they will know what we have been doing during that time, and in the long run we shall end up using that time for better performance, for getting research, and in the long run perform better in schools.
And use the screen time to get research which the teachers have given us and present it to the teacher, and the teacher guides us whether it's correct or wrong, and we end up getting useful information.
Look at it being a research-based curriculum, so there will be ample need for one to research their work, of which these devices will be very faithful, because you can't tell me all the students by the time the new curriculum will all be taught the whole secondary will only be using one computer lab. So there will be necessity for these phones to be in place.
When introducing technological advancements into a school, it is important to consider whether the features of that technology are suited to meet task outcomes. It is preferred that the technology is designed in such a way that is easy to use for students and be monitored by the instructors, which is why Mengo Senior School limited its Wi-Fi in the school for students to strictly access a few sites.
This is something that our school has done. It has restricted our Wi-Fi from accessing sites that are not educational. They don't help us in any way. So the school only accesses academic sites, and in that way students won't get distracted.
Students are allowed to bring in their laptops and then they keep it with the school for the rest of the term. So you only use it during your research times. We have research time at school. So during the research time, you go to the computer lab, you get your laptop, and then after you research.
While technology can have many positive effects on students, such as enhancing learning and fostering problem-solving skills, it can also have negative impacts such as decreasing social skills, increasing laziness, and moral decay.
Students usually spend a lot of time on the screens, which results into them sleeping late. And the next day when they get to class, they end up dozing.
Sometimes it can have bad things, sometimes it can be addictive. Sometimes children can spend more time than they're supposed to using these gadgets than would have been expected. And most times, in most cases, when these children spend more time on these gadgets, they're not exactly doing productive things. They keep sidetracking, maybe playing video games, maybe watching movies, YouTube.
At times, we get reluctant and then stay on phone too much. So I have personal experience. It's really, really, really not good. Because you might have a discussion or something, and then you go from phone, and then you go to WhatsApp, Snapchat, IG, Instagram, and everything. So it's not really, really nice. Because I know what I do know what happens when you do that.
I personally I've been on my WhatsApp for a little bit, most of the time night time. Because right now, if I have my gadget at school, I have to balance with both my books and social media. Since I have research work to do, sometimes I can be distracted. You get phones are distractions to all of us. You can't control yourself. You may be on research work, and your friend texts you a message, you want to check it out, and then it becomes a long conversation of 2 hours. So you can get distracted.
For the students, my advice to you is when you're given such time or you're given the opportunity to use these gadgets, it's better you use it for academic research. In the later you can find stuff you can find time and do this whatever you want. But for now, let's use our resources for academic purposes only.
This is Screen Time Series. Join us as we save the young eye.